Hi there, my name is Jesse Abanius. I'm a foreclosure and short sale expert, helping folks buy, sell, and borrow here in the San Diego County. And if you're looking to buy a condo in San Diego County, then these are the three things that you got to know. So check it out. I know if you had the choice, you'd prefer not to share walls. But condos are actually doing pretty good right now. Check it out. When compared from this time of last month, here's our attached guys, here are detached guys. Condos up almost 51%. Detached doing great too, but only 43.5. Average sales price up 10.7. Detached only 5.5. The attached got them on the jump for median sales price. But then condos again up for sold listings, 36.3, almost lockstep with detached, but just down just a hair. And the average days on market, where they were flat, actually detached went down. So condos doing pretty good. But the first thing you got to know if you're going to buy a condo is you got to know whether or not it's FHA or VA approved. Now, someone might say, hey, well, Jess, I'm not worried about that because I'm buying cash or I'm using a conventional loan. If that's true for you, hey, hallelujah. Already put you into a whole different echelon of buying out there, scraps all the folks who are trying to shop with VA or FHA out of the market, put you in an ideal position. But something that you might want to consider is, if it's FHA or VA approved, it also increases the saleability in the event that you want to buy this and eventually trade it on hands in someone else, or you're looking for appreciation. The amount of transactions for FHA and VA approved condominiums is going to go up versus the ones that aren't, for all the natural organic reasons. So how do you find that out? So let's say you get listings emailed to you from your realtor, okay? And, this one comes up. So this is a great one here. So we go over here and Balboa Arms Drive pops up. Okay, you like the bed and bath counts in your price range? Fantastic. Okay, so what you're going to want to do in order to see if it's FHA or VA approved is you're going to want to look down over here to a little thing called terms, okay? And right there you'll notice terms. But what that means is those are the terms that the seller will agree to, or the conditions that they can agree to in order to accept financing. So if you'll notice here, this particular listing will take cash, of course, conventional loan, and also FHA. So great, fantastic. I'm an FHA buyer. Hallelujah. Looks like I'm going to be able to get this deal, right? Not so fast. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go check it out and see if it comes up on the HUD approved list for condominiums. Here's how you do that. So go over in your web browser and punch in this link right here. And by the way, if you don't have the link handy, you can't see it, just check out in the comments on this video below and I'll put the link right in there. Now here's a little tip for you, okay? Not all the condominium projects are easily found. As a matter of fact, some of them have names that aren't the same names you find on the listing, okay? So if you'll notice over here in the listing, the condominium complex park right here, they're calling this Balboa Ridge, okay? So that's cool. I come back over to my site here, okay? Here's Balboa Ridge. Now, if I typed in Balboa Ridge right here under condo name, it might come up or it might not. But the better thing to do is to just type in the zip code here, 92117, okay? Just type in the zip code 92117 right here. Don't even worry about the city, okay? And then what you want to do is you want to put in the state. So we're here in California. And that's all I want to do. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to hit send on here and see what comes up. Perfect. There's Balboa Ridge right on the top. Fantastic. Okay. So it showed up. Now that's lucky. Oftentimes what you'll find is it'll say Balboa Ridge, but that's not really what it is. So what you got to do is you got to check out the address right here. And I want to see all of them in the zip code. And that's why I just put in the county, the state, and I just put in the zip code so I can see all of them and do my own deductive reasoning, just in the event that they've got one word off or two words off or whatever the case may be. Okay. Now, even though this is on the list, I'm going to scroll over a little bit and you're going to see, ooh, actually no. It says right here, document status recorded, not uploaded. Okay. Status, dun, 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 rejected. Cannot determine condo, reject text. So it's just basically saying there's nothing in there that's saying for sure. And status date, 4/15/2011. So it's the 22nd right now. So this just happened. Okay. And that's very important for me to know. So if I was over there on that listing and I thought that was it, I could have wasted a bunch of time in my search by vying for a property that wasn't even FHA approved. So that's a great little tip, and that's why that's number one for you. Number two, owner occupancy and delinquency rates, okay? Now, There's nothing you're going to be able to know just by getting the listing or watching this video for that matter that's going to help you identify this. As a matter of fact, the only way you're truly going to find out is if you're willing to shell out as a buyer what they call a condo cert, okay? And it's usually about $150, and it goes over to the HOA's desk, and they process this, and they tell you, hey, look, it looks like there's this much percentage of people who live in the property who own it, and there's this much a percentage of people who are currently behind on their HOA payments. Now, why the heck is that even important to you? Well, it doesn't matter if you're getting a conventional loan or you're getting an FHA or VA loan. The lender that you're working with is going to want to make sure that in terms of the owner occupancy, that at least half of the people who own in that complex are actually calling that place home. Okay, they live in it. And they also want to make sure that no more than 15 out of every 100 people living in there are making sure they're paying it and paying their HOA payments on time. Why? Because the house is their asset that they're indemnifying your purchase on. They don't want people who are not living there, who don't care about it, who if they decide that they, fall into a financial hardship, are going to skip the payment on that non-owner occupied home. They want to make sure they're living in there, take care of it. And then two, they want to make sure the HOA is solvent. So if there's any issues that come up, they're going to get fixed. That's why that's important to you. That's why that's number two. Must know the owner occupancy and delinquency rates if you're buying a condo right now. And then last but not least, litigation. Now, this is another one of those silent killers because there's nothing on the listing that you're going to see that's going to be able to tell you whether or not this property is in litigation, okay? So let's invite our guy back here, right? So here's our guy over here. You're looking around, okay, bed and bath, remarks. They're not going to put on here, hey, this whole complex is being sued right now, right? It's probably not going to go on the listing. So here's a way that you can sort of smoke it out, okay? Using your limited data from your agent's feed. If you go back into that same section of terms and all you notice is the terms cash, it's a really good indicator. That doesn't mean that that's for sure, but it's a really good indicator that something sneaky is going on over there. Something's fishy's happening. It could either be that the condo's in such disrepair that they won't do financing on it, or chances are it means that there's something going on like litigation right now that's getting in the way of any lender wanting to secure you for the mortgage note on that home. So there you have it. Those are the three must-knows if you're going to buy a condo in San Diego. So I'm Jess, having some fun with you here. If you want some of my resources, I run a site called foreclosurefriday.com. There's a link down underneath me right here. Make sure you check on that link. Why? Because I run a secret stash of hot bank-owned homes of the week that come out every Friday. I run videos during the week showing my best picks for the best deals on the market. And there's also a ton of other resources you can find on that site for free for search tools. So thanks for checking me out. I'll see you back here next week.